Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Alan. I got this old compressor tank here. I'm wanting to make a little reverse flow out of it. I can't remember what was wrong with that thing. It's been sitting for some years now. But this one's gonna be a little different. I'm starting off doing the stand at a plate instead of angle or tubing or something like that. Kind of a slow start figuring out where everything goes, how it's gonna sit and everything. You can kind of see I've been drawing on the plate kind of some flames and stuff that I ended up erasing. I was trying to decide what I wanted to cut in the side of it. I probably spent more time thinking about this thing than what the actual work took. But I'm doing it in a two-part video because the video is getting really long and there's still a whole lot left to do to it. And this is 12 gauge plate that I'm cutting the stand out of. I'm going to do the same thing with the firebox just because the tank isn't that thick. This stuff I'm cutting on the bottom here is just decoration. It doesn't really serve a purpose. And then after 4 or 5 things, this is what I finally decided on cutting into the side. There's a lot of cutting on this thing, so it's very time consuming. Not just this side panel, but all of it all together. And this is the Harbor Freight titanium plasma I'm using. Here I'm trying to put a lip on the side of it, and I'm using this piece of channel to hold it down flat. It did try to get warped a little bit when I was cutting it. Then just starting to get it put together. I skipped around on this thing a whole lot just because there's so much going on. You can kind of see the tank in the back there on the jack stands. To get the paint off of it, I just set it on the burn pile and let it go for a while. You're gonna need a pretty good fire to burn it off of there. And if you do put it on the burn pile, make sure you got all the connections opened and everything on there so it can breathe and everything. Then this is the firebox I'm starting. This is kind of where I really started skipping around. That's just a spacer I'm setting there. Then getting them put together, it's going to be awful close to that stand. So I had to go ahead and get it welded on that bottom first. And then got it set on there. It took a little doing to get it sitting on there right. And just finishing in the framework on it there and getting these little braces out that I put in. Here I'm starting to cut out for the front of it. Where I was just putting that brace in, this will be the front brace. Like I said, there's a whole lot of cutting, so it was very time consuming. You get it back and fast forward and it don't seem like it's that bad. But the whole thing, I'm just kind of thinking it out as I go. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but wasn't sure on the cutouts and all that type of stuff. But I got that all cut out and cleaned, got it put in. And I like the way it sits right there. I got some bottom bracing put in on that stand also. You can kind of see where those back wheels were on by the firebox. I'm probably extending that out soon. I've also got the smoke collector going over here. I got that put on and then starting the lips on this door. There's one little valve or connection right there above that smoke collector. I just left it. I could have cut it out. I cut out the one on the bottom. I'm probably just gonna put a plug in it. That's just some 1-inch flat. I used a roller to get it round like that. And then to make some hinges so I can get this door opened up. I started to use the regular hinges, but I mean, I'm already doing so much pattern cutting and stuff on the thing, I might as well just keep on going with it. These are kind of some shark's tooth looking hinges. Had them all cleaned up and then used this mag drill to put some holes in it. Got them stacked up and tacked together right there. And then that's them. On these little small tanks like this, if you're messing with them, I see sometimes people would try to run that whole weld down that thing. Don't do that. You're just going to mess that door up. It's not going to take much more than a few tacks to hold it on there. You go to running a whole hot weld down that thing and it's going to get warped pretty fast. Here I'm cutting out some door handles. Or the side pieces for the handle anyway. I had an old spring handle that came off a barbecue pit years ago that I'm going to put in between them. It's larger than the ones I normally use or would have been used up. But a lot of times stuff gets put in that junk drawer and I forget all about it. But these, I've done these a few times with the flames inside right there. And then we'll get that put on, and that'll pretty much do it on this one. Like I say, I'm gonna do it in the part 2, or it'll be a 25-minute video or something. But everything's coming out real good on it so far. It's taking way too much time thinking about it and stopping and looking at it, deciding what to do, but it is coming together good. So anyway, when we come back, we'll get on the table and the firebox stuff and all that. I'm probably gonna move the bottom wheels, the back ones, back some for the weight. It's not really the weight, it's just that it's so narrow, it kind of wants to tip. It won't, but it's not gonna take much to make it. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.